guys, Sean C. Phillips here with my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Taking a while today, see things came out, see things are on sale today. Now today, new release-wise, there's not a ton of new things that are coming out that I believe will be in stores, but some of the things though that I do know that are releasing is, the Full Metal Jacket is coming to 4K for the first time. And with that one, I don't know if there's going to be like an exclusive like Steelbook or not at Best Buy. I don't believe so, but I'm not 100% sure on that, if there will be or not with that one. Also though, I know like Rick and Morty Season 4, that releases today, and there's a couple other ones as well, but like I said, not a huge release week, but I know there are a couple different things. But also though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys, so definitely stay tuned for those at the end of this video. And as always too, let me know what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that I reviewed, if you guys have seen them, what you guys thought, and also if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway though guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. And if you guys haven't had a chance to yet, definitely check out my video that I posted up yesterday on set of the upcoming science fiction horror comedy film Alien Vampire Busters. I have a vlog from on set. Also, Danny, Cinestalker, he filmed the vlog, as well as Luna Meow. And on my video, I have links to all of them. But it was a really, really cool upcoming, film that I'm going to be in, which stars, Eric Roberts is in the movie, and I play like his assistant in the film. It's really fun. And Andy Dick is in the movie, as well as Felissa Rose. So it's going to be a really, really fun movie, and like I said, I'm going to keep you guys posted on that stuff. There's a whole bunch more coming in the works for that movie as well, so I'll keep you guys all posted on that. But definitely check out the vlog if you guys have not seen it yet. Really, really super excited about this one. Had a great time, and the vlogs too. My vlog shows a little bit of the behind the scenes, and then Luna Meow shows a bunch of other stuff. Same with Danny, so you kind of can see a whole bunch of different perspectives and different scenes and stuff like that, in the different vlogs. Also too, if you guys have not had a chance to yet too, also be sure to check out the link too for the upcoming horror film, The Macabre, an anthology horror film, which I'm going to be acting in soon. And there's an Indiegogo going on for the movie if you guys have not seen that. And you guys can pre-order the movie, and they have all kinds of different perks for the film, like producer credits and all sorts of different things. So definitely check out that one below as well. Really, really excited about that one. Going to be some really, really cool people involved in that one. So can't wait for that one as well. So like I said, definitely check out the link below for that one as well. But over here though on the front though, one thing did come out today that I totally forgot was releasing, and I will have a copy of this one soon to review. I should have a review of this probably next Tuesday. But this one here, the film The Secret, Dare to Dream, which stars Katie Holmes and Josh Lucas. This one released today. And this one, I'm not sure if this is the right price or not. It says it's $32.99 for the Blu-ray. I'll have to scan that to see. But that was $32.99 for the Blu-ray, and then $24.99 for the DVD. Like I said, I'll have to scan that just to see, to make sure on that one. But other than that, though, here, let's see. I don't think I see anything else different here in the front. And like I said, they don't always change at the front. So like, sometimes they don't put the new releases there and they only have them in the actual section. So we'll go over there as well to see if there's anything different. But other than that though, here, I don't see anything else different or new here. Let's just check on the side here too, just in case. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything else different here as far as I can tell, but we'll head over to the actual section though to see anything different they have over there though. So in there though, they were playing music in the section, so I had to, I always have to narrate when I leave, because it's like there's like blasting the most copyrighted music in the world in the section. But I did end up scanning the The Secret, Dare to Dream, and it did come up $32.99. But what's really weird about it though was when I looked up on Target's website, I looked up on Amazon, everywhere else it's showing as $19.99 for the Blu-ray. So I'm guessing though you would be able to price match it, because it just seems kind of weird, because I thought that seemed like kind of a weird price for it, that it would be that much, because it didn't seem like that was right. Because like I said, especially if it shows up on Target's website as $19.99. But other than that though, in the actual section though, they had Rick and Morty Season 4 on Blu-ray, and that one was $24.99 for the Blu-ray, and it was $19.99 for the DVD. They also had the film Beckman, and that was $16.99 for the DVD of that one. They also had the show Victoria, and I think it was the first 3 seasons together for $39.99. One of the other things they had was, The Legends of Tomorrow, the latest season of that one, and I believe that was $19.99. And they also had the Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs, the Chloe Grace Moretz like Snow White parody film, and that was $14.99 for that one. Other than that though, that was all the main things new that I saw in there. But like I said, it was really interesting though. how that one was so much more, and then when you look on Target's website, it shows it's $19.99 like the regular price where it is everywhere. So it's just strange. It's strange that it's coming up like that. But now though, we're gonna head over to Walmart and we'll see what they have over there. Into Walmart we go. But in here though, they do have the Secret Dare to Dream as well. But as you see though, in here it's $19.96 for the Blu-ray of that one. And that, like I was saying, that's why I thought the Target's price was like so expensive. Like I don't know what that was about for the in-store price of that one. Because this is what it is, like when I look it up online everywhere, $19.96. And then it's $14.96 for the DVD of that one. And then Rick and Morty Season 4 on Blu-ray, that one is $24.96. And then $19.96 for the Blu-ray. And they have this Wonder Woman thing here, which I guess is, I think it's a new edition here. It's for $14.96, which includes, it's like an only at Walmart edition. It has $8 movie money to see Wonder Woman 84, the new Wonder Woman film. And it has in here the Blu-ray, a wallet, and a slap bracelet in here. So here's a look at what it is on the back. So yeah, it has like a little wallet in there, and then one of those like old school like 90s like kind of slap bracelets. So that's kind of cool to have that stuff in here for $14.96 for that one. Also though, there was a 4K that came out today for Whiplash, came to 4K. This is actually a movie that I remember always hearing really good things about, and I never actually watched it. I don't know how. I never watched it. Those carts in here though, that they drag around are some of the loudest. You hear that cart. And they are like kind of like noise pollution. Those things are so loud. But like I said, I never watched this one. I do need to finally watch this one someday. But it's $19.96 for the 4K of that one. Other than that though, here in the front, I don't see anything else new. Let's see here on the side if there's anything different. Oh, this is a cool set here. This is definitely new. This is like the Eddie Murphy collection here for $27.96. It's a 14 movie collection. And what does it have in here? It has like 48 Hours, Another 48 Hours, Best Defense, Beverly Hills Cops films, Boomerang, Coming to America, Dream Girls, The Golden Child, Harlem Nights, Norbit, Trading Places, and Vampire in Brooklyn. So that's a really cool set if you guys don't have these films for $27.96. For all these ones together here. So that's definitely a really cool set here. Other than that though, here Most Wanted, I believe this one came out today, this movie with Josh Hartnett, and that one is $12.96 for this one on Blu-ray. And then if you guys didn't see last week, they got, you know, Little Monsters in here as well as Shivers, and they're both really great prices. Only $12.96 for these ones, and they're both Vestron films, you know, Vestron releases, but really ones I would highly recommend you guys pick up if you guys have not seen those ones. Let's peek over here though in this section, and I might head over to another Walmart as well though, just to see if there's anything else different too, since like I said, this one locks everything up. But in here though, I do see a couple new things in here, like I think when I looked over here, I only saw though like this Vienna Blood thing here, and Baptiste Season 1 here, like a collection here for $34.99 here. And they also have the snow, you know, red. See that noise? Like I said, these noises are crazy, how loud these things are. But Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs, you know, the Chloe Grace movie, that's $14.96 for that one for the Blu-ray, $12.96 for the DVD of that one. And I believe Let It Snow released today for $14.96, as well as the film Beckman. That one is $14.96 as well. Other than that though, I'm not seeing anything else different in here, but we probably will head though over to another Walmart though, the one that doesn't lock everything up though, just to see if there's anything else different though. Into the second Walmart we go. Hopefully this one though has out the stuff. This is actually the third Walmart I went to, because I went to one a minute ago. One of the ones that I go to a lot, but that one, they literally did not have one thing new at all. It was like all the spots were fully empty and everything. But I know there's a couple other things I want to see if they had, like one or two other things. So hopefully this one has it out though, but we'll see. It's funny in here though, last week I was in here, you know, they had like this kind of system, like this that they kind of did around like the ice cream and everything. But now though, they put locks on them. So now you have to have them get the stuff out of these ones. So they don't lock up everything, they lock up some of the stuff here, which is so weird. Is the stuff that they lock up in this particular Walmart is the stuff that the other Walmarts never lock up. So it's very strange, because normally the stuff over here they lock up, but then I don't know how they're picking what they do and do not lock up. It's a very strange system. Yeah, those TVs over there keep blaring music and stuff, so it's like this weird copyrighted like beats and stuff like that. So I'm like, eh. But no, I looked over there and I don't see anything else different. I thought there was like 1 or 2 other things today, but they might have been next week, or the stores just haven't gotten them in out here yet. But yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else that different over there. Yes, and it's weird how they lock up those specific things over there. You can never tell how they pick what they do and do not lock up in these stores and everything though. But now I'm gonna head to Best Buy. Into Best Buy we go. Over here though, I still see they have some of the Home Alone steelbooks. Well, they have one of them left here. This came out last week, and there was a Full Metal Jacket 4K steelbook in here, but only a Best Buy exclusive steelbook of that one. So that's really cool. For some reason, I wasn't sure. I thought I remembered hearing something about that one, but wasn't 100% sure about that one. But that's actually a very cool steelbook for this one here, and that one is $29.99. For that one here, and then the standard 4K though is $24.99. Like I said, they still have this one left from last Tuesday, and then they have the Legends of Tomorrow. This is the complete 5th season here. That one on Blu-ray is $22.99, and this came out last Tuesday. I didn't see this one in stores last week. This is the same disc and everything. It's just in a steelbook one, but it's Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street for $14.99 for this steelbook. But this is a pretty cool steelbook of Freddy's Claw, like that one here. But they have Rick and Morty here, the complete 4th season here on Blu-ray, and that one is $22.99 for that one. And it looks like it's sold out, but it looks like there was a steelbook for it here, so that's kind of cool. That was $27.99 for the steelbook edition of that one. But that one sold out. Other than that though, don't see anything else different here. But look around the side here too and see if there's anything else different here on the side. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything else new here as far as I can tell, but we'll head over to the actual section though and see what they have over there though. But in here though, they have a whole bunch of different stuff over here new that I see. They have the Secret here as well, the Dare to Dream one, and it's $19.99 here as well for the Blu-ray, $15.99 for the DVD. Like I said, that's why I cannot figure out why Target had that insanely high price. But it was like only available in stores for that high price, and on online it wasn't like that. And everywhere else we've gone, the Secret has been like a regular price. And this is a really great price here for the Rob Zombie trilogy here, the Firefly trilogy. It has, of course, Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses, and 3 from Hell. I got the steelbook of this one, which was a Target exclusive a couple weeks back, but it's now out in the general release. It's non-steelbook one, but only $10.99 for all these movies together is a really, really great price. And I really love the cover on this one as well, because you have all the characters on here: Spaulding, Otis, Baby. I don't know, I love these movies, but really cool addition to this one, and like a really great price if you guys don't have these ones. They have Most Wanted here as well, and this one's cheaper than it was in I think it was like $12.99 in Walmart. It's only $10.99 here for that one here. And they also have Whiplash on 4K, and they have an exclusive steelbook of that one, and that one is $27.99 for that one here. So that's cool, the exclusive steelbook for that. One of the other ones that came out today was this one, Dr. Stone, Season 1, Part 1. And that one is $39.99 for that one, as well as I think the Wind Rises. I believe this one released today, and this was, I think this is from Shout Factory, and that's $14.99 for that one here. And let's see, anything else different here? Oh yeah, this came out today as well, the Ultraman series here. This one is $27.99 for that one here. Other than that though, I don't see anything else different. It doesn't look like there's anything else mixed in over here. Sometimes though, you have to check over here in that random section. There's a guy over there, but that section sometimes has some random stuff, and I'll peek over there when he's not over there and see. But yeah, I looked over in that other spot as well, and I didn't see any more of the Rick and Morty steelbooks and stuff like that. You always have to check that section because it's kind of like overflow section where they sometimes put more extra copies and stuff like that. And I've sometimes seen random things just show up over there too that aren't in any of the other sections. Every so often it's like that. Not all the time, but I have noticed that. But like I always say, guys, if you enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also though, let me know in the comments below, what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. If you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also be sure as well to let me know what you guys thought of the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews that I reviewed at the end of this video. If you guys have seen any of the films that I reviewed, what you guys thought of them. Also, if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new reviews. And the first one here is from Abaco Films, and this is a really, really cool box set collection here. This is the Alejandro Jodorowsky box set here, which includes Fando, L.A'S, El Topo, The Holy Mountain, and Pyschmagic, A Healing Art. And this is, like I said, a really cool box set collection of the director's films here. And I'll let you guys know some of the features in here, and I'll show you guys a closer look at the movies as well. Now, these are movies that are really, really hard to explain. They are super, super visual films, like highly stylized movies. And it's kind of about characters going on journeys and these kind of quests, and they kind of like, you know, one of them's a Western, and like the things they kind of come across, but they have like a different, they're not like the typical way you'd expect the movies to be. They have all these, like I said, really trippy kind of stuff, weird characters they come across, but they are going on basically these journeys, coming across weird types and weird type of scenarios and settings, and it's all, you know, a huge emphasis on the cinematography and these big set pieces and amazing, you know, locations they shoot at with tons and tons of people. They're really, really cool, but super trippy movies. On here, though, this is the, you know, all of the films have brand new 4K restorations supervised by the director. They have commentary tracks and new intros by the director. It has analysis on the films on here by Richard Panna, professor of film studies at Columbia University. It has trailers and image galleries. It has Spanish, you know, English and French subtitles. It has postcards on here. It also includes soundtracks for 2 of the films in this set. But I'll show you guys, though, a closer look as well. But like on the you know, Fando de list, that one has the also has the what was on that one? It has a feature-length documentary featuring interviews with, you know, with Peter Gabriel and Gene Mobius on this one. El Topo has the film you know, presented in you know, the director's widescreen version, as well as the 1:37 version of the film. Has a conversations with the son of El Topo, a newly filmed extensive interview on this one. The father of Midnight Movies, an archival interview with Jodorowsky filmed in 2007. Has the El Topo original soundtrack CD. These movies, too, have great music. On Holy Mountain, it has on there, though, Jodorowsky's personal assistant remembers acting in El Topo. It has deleted scenes with the director's commentary track. It has the Terror to short film, which Jodorowsky explains the secrets of the cards. Holy Mountain original soundtrack. So Holy Mountain includes the soundtrack as well. It also has, like I said, the Pyschmagic Healing Art. I'll show you guys a look inside, though, but it has a full booklet in here, which has, you know, some stuff about the movie production, facts, and all that kind of stuff in here, but a really extensive book in here. Like I said, there's some stuff in here that I cannot show the pictures of and stuff like that, but a really, really cool set. It also has a double-sided poster in here, and the one I can show here is the one for El Topo, the Western one here. But like I said, these are great movies. I saw these for the first time years and years back. I'll show you guys, though, a look inside at this one. This one has Holy Mountain here. I don't know if this cover, we might see it the wrong way, so I'm like, I always have to cover stuff because you never know, because people say stuff and it can be a problem. But this has like Holy Mountain in here. This has El Topo in here, and El Topo, though, that is a double one that has the Blu-ray as well as the CD. Holy Mountain, that one also has the CD and the Blu-ray in here. The, you know, the CD soundtrack. The Healing Art one on here, that one has that one, there's no features on that release, on that run in here, but Fando de Lis, that one has the lobby cards in that one, so it has lobby cards, like double-sided lobby cards for the film. But these are really, really cool, a really cool collection here of some really cool films. If you guys have seen these films here, though, let me know what you guys thought. But a really, really cool box set of all these ones together in here. Now, the next one here is from Lionsgate. It's a movie here called Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs, which stars Chloe Grace Moretz and Sam Claflin. And this one here is a parody of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is actually a really, really fun movie. It's basically, though, about, like, the Seven Dwarf characters. They were, like, turned into anyone who, because they ended up, like, they were supposed to, like, protect this character, and then they, like, confused her with a witch, and they attacked her and all this kind of stuff. And because of that, she was really angry, and she put a curse on them. So anyone that sees these guys who are kind of like they were all knights and prince characters and everything, if anyone like sees them, you know, they see them as these kind of like sort of troll kind of like characters, these green characters, and that's how they're all seen. Anyone that sees them, but we know if they look at themselves in the mirror, they see themselves as the way they were. But their curses, though, they have to find the prettiest, you know, girl in the kingdom and kiss her, and then or have her kiss them, and then they will turn back and the curse will be broken. And then the Snow White character, is, like I said, is voiced by Chloe Grace Moretz. She ends up stealing these slippers, and the slippers end up turning her into a princess. So then it's kind of like, at the same time, the person who owned the slippers is coming after her, so it becomes like a whole big thing. Like I said, it's got a similar story to Snow White, but then they changed things around and did like a parody and stuff of it. But I thought this is actually a very, very fun movie here. This one has on here, feature-wise, though, the making of the Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs. It has music videos on here. It has from storyboard to animation, and then as well as a trailer gallery on this one here. The next one here is from Universal. It's a movie here called Beckman, and this is basically, though, about this guy who was like kind of like a contract hitman kind of guy, and he kind of had basically kind of got out of the whole thing because of something that had happened to him, and he kind of he got injured, and he basically just was like, I can't do this anymore, and he ended up wandering into this church, and basically the guy in the church, played by Jeff Fahey, ends up pretty much hiring him and having him become the preacher at the church, becoming a reverend at his church. And it cuts to years later, and it's kind of like he kind of got out of this whole thing. He kind of was trying to change his life and everything. But then at the same time, this one girl comes in and wanders into the church, and she's basically like, something has happened to her, and people are coming after her. And it's basically, she's like, I was talking to the reverend, who was played by Jeff Fahey, and he basically told her, anytime you have any problems, if everything is ever needed, come here, I'll help you out, and all this kind of stuff. And basically, though, the character of Beckman, he has to go and try and help this girl, and it's basically the people are coming after her, and then it basically he ends up kind of it ends up with her getting taken. So it has like a vibe of like Taken, because it's basically like him trying to go back and use his skills again, and even though he tried to, and has turned his whole life around and gotten out of this whole business, he has to pretty much get back into this to try and rescue this girl and things like that, that was, he's trying to protect. And William Baldwin, he plays like the real bad guy in this one. I thought this was actually a pretty good movie on here. On here, though, feature-wise, this has a commentary track on here, the writer and director, as well as the star, David R. White. It also has on here, though, a making of Beckman on this one, as well as bloopers on the film. The next one here, this is from Warner Brothers. They sent out a free copy of this one to let you guys know this one is available. And this is a really fun show. This is DC's The Legends of Tomorrow, the complete 5th season here on Blu-ray. It has the Blu-ray as well as the digital copy of the show. And this is a show, I have not seen every single episode of this one throughout the years, but this is one that I have really liked, because it deals with like time travel, and it's basically these characters who are going and kind of go back in time to try and, like, if there's like a character they're trying to come after, or a villain they're trying to come after, they go there to try and stop them and kind of change things around, and they kind of go and can take over people's characters. So like they can go into like the Old West, and if it's like an Old West, they can become like a cowboy in the Old West, and kind of taking over the person's lives and stuff like that to try and track down the villain that they're trying to come after, and that kind of stuff. That's essentially what the show is, but it's a really, really fun show. Like I said, I love stuff too that deals with time travel, going back in the time and all that kind of stuff. So this is a very, very fun series here. On here, feature-wise, though, this has a production theater. It has some featurettes on here. It has unaired scenes, as well as a gag reel on this one. And this is a 3-disc set here, but it also includes a bonus 4th Blu-ray in here, which is a Crisis on Infinity Earths, which is the crossover, the 5 crossover episodes on this one as well. So that's included in this set as well, which is really cool, because it's basically a number of the DC series all crossing over together and having the characters come together, and these are the episodes from that particular crossover series. The next one here is from Warner Bros. As well. They also sent out a free copy to let you guys know this one is available. This is the complete first season of the show, Prodigal Son here. And this is an interesting show. It's basically, though, about this guy who is a criminal, like, psychologist. He basically, though, and can kind of like profile people, and he tracks down, like, works with the FBI and stuff like that, and tracks down the killers by, like, looking into their psyche and that kind of stuff, and believing that this person could be involved because of, he can, like, kind of pinpoint little things about people that other people can't. But he also, though, has some of these abilities too, and he kind of gets looked at a little weird too, because his father, played by Michael Sheen, was this terrible, terrible serial killer who's in prison now and been in prison for years, and everyone kind of looks at him kind of weird because of this. He also has a lot of like anger problems, and kind of like can kind of flip and really get kind of crazy all of a sudden, and in the very beginning of the show, though, he ends up getting fired, but then he ends up getting brought in by these cops, like these detectives that have him kind of work for them. But at the same time, when he starts to kind of looking into these one cases that are going on, it's like looking as if some of the stuff it has similarities to his father. His father, who I said was a serial killer, and kind of like it's looking as if it was like somebody trying to copy his father. So he has to now go and talk to his father and to try and like get into the mind of this killer, because his father, this guy is copying what his father had done. It's like I said, it's a really interesting show here. And this one here, here's a look inside. This is a 4-disc set here. The next one here, though, is from from Dread Central's Epic Pictures Dread Presents line here, and this is a outstanding documentary. This is something I would highly recommend. You guys have got to check this one out. And this is a documentary here about Vampiro, but this is called Nail in the Coffin: The Rise and the Fall of Vampiro. And basically, though, Vampiro was I think you would say he's most known from being in the WCW, but he started out, he's from Canada, and he ended up going to Mexico and ended up becoming a Mexican wrestler. And it became like he became very, very popular there, and then moved into WCW. And this is basically, though, all about his life and kind of about how he kind of got into Mexican wrestling, and how, he became so popular there, he couldn't even walk down the street without everyone knowing who he was. And then how he moved to the WCW, and then kind of like the things that had been done wrong to him there, and the kind of things where the kind of things had happened. And it's basically all about his life and his relationship with his daughter, and kind of him now and what he's going through, and him working on a new show where he's actually not wrestling, but he's doing like the directing of the show, and it's a Mexican wrestling series for the El-Rey network, I believe. And it's basically him going and actually going behind the camera, and then but then at the same time they want him to go into the ring, and he is afraid of doing that, and and all that kind of stuff, because he doesn't really want to continue wrestling anymore. But it's just kind of all about his life, but it's very, very emotional documentary. It was definitely, in my opinion, one of the best documentaries I've seen in a really long time. Like, it was the most interesting to me. Like, I absolutely love this one. Like I said, I totally remember Vampiro back when I was a kid too, like seeing some of his matches. I remember having like one of his figures. But I don't know, this is just a great documentary. But it has on here, though, it has trailers on here. It has a whole bunch of different like deleted scenes and stuff like that from the documentary on here. But really, really great documentary. They also sent over some cool like promo items to promote the documentary, like a nail in the coffin bandana here. Also a poster for the documentary here for this one, but a really, really great poster on this one, as well as like a little sticker for it, and then some little nail in the coffin buttons. Yeah, so these are really cool buttons here as well. But like I said, a great documentary, just all about his life and what he's going through, and just kind of getting back into wrestling, but more behind the camera and that kind of stuff. But really, really well done documentary. The next one here is from Mill Creek, and this is the complete series here of the series Royal Pains. And this is a show, I believe this aired on USA is when this was on. I never had seen an episode of this one when this was originally airing. I think it went from 2009 to 2016. But this is basically, though, about this guy who was a doctor, and something really had happened where someone had died, and he kind of ended up, getting, his reputation was ruined from this, and he ended up getting fired. And basically, though, he's like, doesn't know what he's going to do. His like, it's kind of like that's all he knows how to do, and he doesn't know how he's going to work or make any money or anything. And his brother comes to him and basically tries to like cheer him up and takes him to like the Hamptons and everything, and they end up going to this party in the Hamptons. And basically, though, it's like for all these super rich people, and someone ends up having like something happen to them there, and he ends up saving them. And what ends up happening, though, is he ends up becoming a doctor for hire in the Hamptons for these super, super rich people. So it's kind of like he's making all this money, like going to them doing like house calls for their certain things they need to have done and all that kind of stuff. And the show basically is about him and his brother, and like his brother, too, I always think of him from the movie Road Trip. But he's been tons of stuff. But that's the one thing I always think of him from. But basically, though, he's going around with his brother, and it's kind of like his stuff dealing with his relationships and his kind of problems, and then his like and then like the people that he's working for, and then also the guy that has hired him and brought him on to do this. He has some problems with this guy as well. Like, he has to kind of walk on like eggshells with this guy who's like who's in charge of kind of his business and keeping things running, because it kind of, like I said, once he gets there, ends up having this like open for hire business of going around and like being a doctor to these super rich people. Like I said, it's a really fun series, though. Like I said, I never saw this one when it was on. Here's a look though inside here. Each of the discs are in their own, disc sleeves here, like this here, in front and back here. But like I said, a really a cool series here. The next one here, this one that you guys know was available. This is from Paramount, and this is season 4 of this show, The Good Fight. Now this show is a spin-off series to The Good Wife, which I saw some of that one, when that was originally airing, and I reviewed some of those DVDs of that one. I've only seen a couple episodes of The Good Fight. I've seen selective ones here and there, but it's basically though about all these lawyers, and it's basically though about like the cases that they're going through, and because they ended up breaking off and having like their own firm, and it's kind of about like they're trying to keep this firm going and like dealing with the competition and dealing with like I said focusing on the cases, and then their own personal life and their kind of problems that are going on. The main actress in here though is Christine Baranski, who I always think of too from like one of my favorite movies, The Birdcage. Like that's the one movie I always think of her from, but I've always been a fan of her. She's always really good, but it's a a really pretty interesting series here. But like I said, have not seen all of them throughout the years, but I've seen selective episodes of this show here. And like I said, this is The Good Fight, the complete 4th season here on DVD. Then the next ones here are both from the Criterion Collection. Now this is the movie from 1980, directed by David Lynch. I believe this was the movie he did right after Eraserhead, and this stars Anthony Hopkins and John Hurt, and it's The Elephant Man. And this is a great movie here in the brand new Criterion collection here, and I'll show you guys a look inside and everything as well. But if you guys have never seen this movie, this is about the character that's played by John Hurt in here, and he has a facial deformity, and it's basically though about his life and how he was in the sideshow, and basically he was kind of seen there though. Anthony Hopkins' character sees him in the sideshow and sees what he's going through and everything, and he kind of wants to talk to him because he's like a doctor and everything. His character's a doctor, and he wants to talk to him and see like maybe if he can help him, and also kind of just sort of see what he's like and talk to him. He just really wants to get to know him, and he kind of brings him back to live with him, and he ends up giving him this elaborate life, all these different kind of things that he never had, and it's kind of like it's in a weird way though. It kind of he took him out of what was going on, but then at the same time he has all of his friends coming over and kind of looking at him, and he's being studied and everything. So it's a very sad movie, but it definitely has a David Lynch look to this too. If you guys know David Lynch's movies, he has like a certain style, and this one definitely has that look. It's shot in black and white, but it is a great movie. On here though, it has a brand new 4K digital restoration on here. It has a what was on here? Director David Lynch and critic Christian McKean reading from Room to a Dream, the 2000 book. They co-authored on this one. It has an archival interview on here with David Lynch and John Hurt. It also has on here, though, it has audio recordings from 1981 of an interview with Lynch at the American Film Institute. It has a Terrible Elephant Revealed, a 2001 documentary about the film. So it has a whole bunch of different features on here. I'll show you guys though a look inside at this. It opens up like this, and then it also has a booklet in here which has some stuff about the production, stills and all that kind of stuff. But a really great movie. If you guys have never seen this movie, definitely one you guys have got to check out. And the other one here I want to let you guys know was available here from the Criterion Collection as well. And this is the Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project here, and this is the 3rd volume of this collection. This one has in here Lucha, After the Curfew, Pixtone, Desmonos. I know I'm saying these names wrong though. Solio, Downpour. I'm probably said those ones as wrong as possible, but I want to show you guys though a look inside at this set. And all these ones too include DVDs and Blu-rays of the films in here. So it's a combo editions of these ones here. Here's a look inside at this one here, and then and then a look at the one here at this one. Like I said, it has the DVDs and Blu-rays in these ones. It also has, though, a booklet in here, which has stuff about all the films and the productions and that kind of stuff in this set here. But a very cool collection here of the, Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project here, which is Volume 3 of that collection. And the next one here is from MovieZing.com. I have a link below where you guys can order this one for the best price. And this one here is from CBS Paramount. And this is the reboot series of Charmed. and this is Charmed Season 2 here on DVD. And I like the, the original Charmed series. I watched, I haven't seen all the episodes, but I've seen, Season 1 and 2, and, selective episodes throughout the years. But I actually really like the reboot series of this one. The one actress in here, she was in, she's been in a bunch of different stuff, but I like the one thing she was in, Daphne and Velma, I think. There was, a direct-to-video movie of the characters of Daphne and Velma, in school and stuff like that, solving cases and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of a fun movie. But this is basically, though, about these, three sisters, and they discover that they have, these magical kind of, powers, and that they're, that they're witches and have these, powers, and they can do certain things, and it's kind of like them having encounters with, demons and all kinds of, people that are coming after them, and, ghosts and all sorts of stuff. But it's a really, really fun show, and like I said, I thought it was actually a very good reboot series of this one. And new episodes of this are returning to the CW in 2021, so there's going to be a third season as well of the show. The next one here is from MovieZing.com as well. This is from Lemark Studios, and this is one that the trailer was saying this. I'm not 100% sure if it's sometimes a movie they kind of make it to seem like it was old and kind of like it was a lost movie and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure that this actually was a real lost movie that was just finished, and this was shot in the 80s, and but it was shot in the 80s, and it was kind of done to have a 1950s kind of B movie kind of feel. And it's a movie here called House Sitter: The Night They Saved Siegfried's Brain, and it's basically though about this medical student, and he kind of discovers though that his professor is this mad scientist, and he's going and doing kind of trying going and collecting going around killing people, collecting brains, because he's having all sorts of his own type of experiments, and he's somebody that he kind of looked up to. But the professor is crazy, and he's like I said, he's going around killing all these people and collecting their brains, and there's all sorts of wacky kind of party scenes in this one. And like I said, I believe it really is a lost 80s movie that was just finished, but it's a really fun movie. I actually really like this one a lot here. Like I said, this is the House Sitter: The Night They Saved Siegfried's Brain. This one here is from Lemark Studios as well, and this is a movie called Tokyo Homestay Massacre. This is about a group of these teens that travel to Japan kind of for a trip, and they end up staying with these this family, and it's kind of this family that they stay with. They're really weird. They and they are going kind of giving them a lot of grief about their life and their choices. And one guy doesn't drink, and he's saying, "Oh, you don't do this, and don't do that," and they're giving all kinds of problems. And basically, though, this family is crazy, and they kind of are planning on offering them up as a kind of a sacrifice to this kind of this ritual they're trying to perform, and they have their own reasons for these people being there, and it's kind of totally crazy, some of the stuff that happens. But I thought this was actually a really cool, really fun horror film here, where that goes in crazy directions and stuff like that happen in this one. Like I said, this is called Tokyo Homestay Massacre. This one here is from MovieZing.com as well, and this is also from A&E, and this is a TV movie, an early TV movie. I think it was from it wasn't super early. I think it was from '98, but an early A&E TV movie that I don't know if A&E has done a whole lot of TV films. I don't know for sure. I don't really recall them making anything currently in the last recent years TV films. But this is a movie that stars Gene Wilder, and it's a murder in a small town. And it's basically though about Gene Wilder his wife had died, and it kind of was this unsolved mystery murder, and it was kind of has always been bothered him, and they never figured out who was involved and who was was responsible for this whole thing. And then he ends up he's a theater director, and he ends up moving to a small town into Connecticut to be a director, and it's kind of a real step down to him, but he's kind of he needs a change and everything, and he kind of goes there, and then there ends up being someone else that was murdered there, and then he kind of wants to go and help solve this. And I think a lot of it's because too how his wife's case was always unsolved, and he's now here, and he kind of wants to go and try and figure out who exactly is behind this whole thing. But I thought this was great. I always loved Gene Wilder. I always think of him, of course, as Willy Wonka, but he's been in lots of stuff. But really, really fun movies as well, comedy films and stuff like that he did with Richard Pryor. But this was a more of a drama film. But this is actually a pretty cool movie, though. Like I said, a kind of a seldom talked about early, A&E TV movie. The next one here is from Dark Sky Films, and this is a movie here called L.A'S, the Flower of Evil. And this is a movie that kind of has like vibes. If you guys are fans of movies like The Witch and movies like that, it has that kind of feel to this, but it's a very creepy, super atmospheric movie. It's like so much atmosphere and just all around creepy. Just the way that this is shot and like the lighting and everything in here. And it's basically, though, I don't know when this was set. Like I can't say for sure exactly when they set this. Like something like maybe like I don't even know exactly. I can't remember, but it's like early, very early setting around the time of like The Witch. That's kind of like when it was set. And it's basically though about this family and these girls, and their father is like this preacher, and he's kind of like a looked up to preacher in the town. And it's basically though like the daughters though are they're kind of like starting to question their faith and questioning things in the world and questioning some of the stuff that the father is saying. And it kind of like weird sort of things start to kind of happen around them, and it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like starts as soon as they start to question things, and it's like just these creepy kind of things and super creepy visuals and stuff like that they encounter. It's a hard to explain movie, but it, like I said, if you guys like stuff like The Witch, it definitely has that kind of feel and vibe to it. But it's just a very like creepy atmospheric movie here. And like I said, this one here is called L.A'S, the Flower of Evil. And the next ones I got here are all some really cool Australian releases here from Viavision. Now, all these ones are all region-free, so you guys can watch these ones no problem in any US Blu-ray player. You don't have to have a special player or, you know, all-region player or anything like that to play these ones. They're all Region A and work, you know, on all US players. But this one is a really cool collection here. This is the 12 Monkeys Ultimate Collection here, this really cool box set. This one has in here the entire series of the 12 Monkeys, you know, TV series that aired on the Sci-Fi Channel. It also includes the 12 Monkeys film, you know, which the series was based on. If you guys have never seen the film, it stars Bruce Willis. And it's basically he's, you know, in the future, and he's sent to the present because he's basically they're trying to get to the bottom of this virus that had, you know, killed the population. They're trying to kind of, kind of figure out exactly when it originated, and they believe that they know exactly when that was. So he's kind of sent there, you know, to try and stop it and kind of get to the bottom of the whole thing. But he has all these kind of things that go wrong, and he gets like put in a mental hospital, and there's all kinds of problems that he comes across. Brad Pitt's character. It's an amazing movie. It's probably one of my favorite science fiction movies, and the TV series explores more of the concept of going into the future and trying to get to the bottom of the group behind this whole thing, and kind of the characters that they come across, and it explores way more into the group behind the virus and all those different things. It's a really cool series. I'm gonna show you guys though a look at how this one is inside and everything. But it opens up like this. It has a latch like this with a magnet, and in here though it has like a picture of the cast in here, and it also includes though a kind of like a writings thing here that has a whole bunch of different writing and everything on it. A big like poster here like this. So this is a very cool thing that's included in here. But it has each season in its own separate case here. So it has, you know, season 1 here. Now all these ones have features as well. Like this one has on here deleted scenes, gag reels, cast auditions, webisodes. It also has a bonus Blu-ray disc as well, which has more special features like inside 12 Monkeys Season 1, Season 1 12 Monkeys Marathon inside links, you know, featurettes on here, 27 trailers, extensive gallery, so lots of different stuff as well in this bonus Blu-ray here. Also had, you know, Season 2 here. That one has deleted scenes, gag reels, podcast, inside 12 Monkeys here, and then I'll show you guys a look inside too. Here's a look inside at these ones. But like I said, a very cool set here. And here's Season 3. Now, Season 3, that one has in here, though, the original, like I said, the 1995 12 Monkeys original film here. Like I said, if you guys have never seen that, too, that's a must-watch film. But it's really cool to have this the film, you know, included in here in this set. And then here's a look at Season 4. And Season 4, that one has deleted scenes on this, on the as the feature on this. But a really cool set. And the way they kind of sit in the case is they have like a spot in here like this, and they all go into them. But a really cool series and a really cool collection here. Now the other ones here are all from Viavision as well, and they're from their new label, the Imprint line. And these ones are really cool. These ones are all like on the side, you know, like I said, it's from their line Imprint, and on the side it has like the year the movies are from. And also, each one of these are numbers, so it's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're all numbered around the bottom here, and then it says like the year that they're from. And I'll show you guys a look at all these ones here. The first one here is when worlds collide here. Now this one has on here though. Exclusive audio commentary on here by film critics Barry Fosworth and Kim Newman. 90 minutes of George Powell extended interviews on this one with Gene Roddenberry, Ray Roddenberry, Harryhausen, Wang Chung, Russ Tomlin, Duke Goldstein. It has a theatrical trailer, photo gallery on this one. And here's a look too inside. They're all in these clear cases like this. And they also have like artwork from the film inside of this one. And the other one we have here is No Way to Treat a Lady. Now this one here is number 7 on the side here. And this one has on here, though, exclusive audio commentary on here with film historian Kat Ellinger. I'll show you guys a look inside at this one here. And here's a look inside. It has artwork as well. These are, like I said, these ones are really well designed. Really cool releases of these ones. And I was saying, too, these ones are all region free, so you guys can play those ones at any U.S. players. The other one here is from, number 8 here on the side. That one's A Place in the Sun, which has, Shelley Winters in here and Elizabeth Taylor. And this one has on here, though, commentary on here with George Stevens and associate producer Ivan Moffat. It has on here George Stevens and His Place in the Sun, featurette including interviews on here with Elizabeth Taylor, Shelley Winters, George Stevens Jr. It has on here, though, George Stevens, the filmmaker who knew too much. On here, Warren Beatty and Frank Capra and others reminiscing about working with Stevens. A theatrical trailer, photo gallery on this one. Here's a look inside at the Place in the Sun and the artwork inside of this one here. Like I said, these are really, really cool releases here. Picture quality as well. These ones all look great on Blu-ray. The other one here is the film, the Carpetbaggers here. And this one is number 9 here on the side. This has a commentary on here with film historian Kat Ellinger, theatrical trailer, photo gallery on this one. And here's a look, though, inside at this one. They all have, alternate artwork inside as well. And here's the image inside of this one here. And the last one here from the imprint line is the movie here, Night Falls on Manhattan here. And here's a look, though, at the back. And this one has on here, though, a commentary on here with director Sidney Lumet. It has a commentary on here with actors Andy Garcia, Ron Lieberman, and producers on the film. A theatrical trailer as well as a photo gallery. And here's a look inside, too, at the artwork of that one. And the image inside here as well. Now, the other ones here that are from Viavision as well. Now, this one is a series that I think is like a, because I was watching some of these. I believe, when it was on, I believe it was a, it's a, original series to like Spectrum. I believe is where you can see this originally. And this is the TV series L.A.'s Finest, which is kind of like a Bad Boys kind of show because it's from the producers of Bad Boys, so it has like the same kind of vibe, but it's female characters. In this one, it's like I said, it's the complete first season of L.A.'s Finest, which stars Gabriel Union and Jessica Alba. And this is basically a cop show with them, as LAPD detectives working together and kind of like clashing together, and they have different ways of working and everything and kind of the stuff that they go through. But it's a really, really fun show and has on here, though, all, 13 episodes in here in a 4-disc set. The other one here to let you guys know what's available from Viavision as well is the series here, Revere, the complete series here. And this one is available as well. This is the, all 10 episodes of the show here, of this one released here. And the other one is a really fun movie. If you guys have never watched this movie, this is like an absolute must-watch. Like, I absolutely love this movie. And this is, the Bill Murray film, Meatballs. And it's like, this is an absolutely hilarious film of him going to be this camp counselor, this camp. And it's kind of like all these wacky kind of, proms that he has there with the camp counselors and all sorts of weird things that go on there. And it's just a really, really fun camp film. They made a bunch of different sequels. Bill Murray was only in the first movie, but like Corey Haim and Corey Feldman were in one of the later ones. And the second one was really ridiculous because it had like a robot and I think it was like an alien or a robot and stuff. And I remember Paul Rubens was driving the bus in the beginning. But I always loved this series of films. The first one, though, was always the best, but a very, very fun movie. Has on here, though, documentary Summer Camp, The Making of Meatballs, as well as a commentary track on here with Ivan Reitman and the producer of the film as well. And the next one here is from GVN Releasing, and it's a movie here called Guilt. And this is basically, though, this is about a woman who's a child therapist, and she's kind of heard about these horrible things that have happened to these kids that she's talking to, and the things they have gone through. And basically, though, it's kind of about her getting fed up with all this, and fed up about hearing about this, and fed up about hearing about people going free, and all this kind of stuff. And it's basically about her going and, you know, becoming a vigilante, and going after these terrible people, and, you know, going after them for what, you know, what they've done, and all this kind of stuff. But it's kind of like, you know, she gets to, it goes in these crazy levels of what she's doing, and it's kind of like she's having questions about what she's doing, and if it's like, if it's right for her to go and do this before, like, you know, anything was kind of looked into more. She kind of has heard about these things, but she doesn't know for sure everything. Something, you know what I mean? So it's kind of about her going after these people and stuff, but then it kind of leads to her having questions about what she's doing, and if it's like, you know, the right thing for her to do this, and all that kind of stuff. But it is a really, really well done revenge film about her basically going after all these terrible people that done horrible things to these kids, and her going after them, and, you know, getting revenge, and, you know, doing revenge in her own way. But like I said, this one here is called Guilt, and this is from GVN Releasing. This one here is from Electric Entertainment. Now this is a show, though, I have never seen the episodes of the first season of this one, but I want to let you guys know this one was available, and season 3 of this one, you know, is on CW now. So this is a show that airs on the CW, and this is a show here called The Outpost. And this one, like I said, I just wanted you guys to know that this one was available, and this is from the Electric Entertainment. So this is too hard for me to explain since I haven't seen the first season of this one, but I wanted to let you guys know that this one was available if you guys were a fan of this show here. And like I said, season 3 of this one is currently airing right now on the CW. And the next one here, this is from Wild Eye Releasing, and this is a really cool slasher film here called Clown Face. And it's basically, though, about like this, like kind of like the legend of like this clown face killer, and he's like takes people's skins, and he's like going and kind of like terrorizing this small town. And basically, though, these kids, you know, these friends, they're, you know, one friend had gone missing, and they, you know, they're kind of believing that the friend that has gone missing, you know, was basically they're kind of like saying, oh, the friend was. They were and believing the friend was taken by Clownface. You know, it's kind of like I said, the big legend in the town. Everyone's always talking about it, but they're really believing that Clownface actually may have, you know, been responsible for their friends going missing. So it's basically that's basically the concept of it. But it's a very, very cool, you know, throwback, you know, 80s style slasher film. It has like 80s style vibes and stuff to this one. But I actually like this one a lot here. This one has on here, though, behind the scenes as well as trailers on this one. Anyway, though, guys, thanks again for watching and subscribing. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys later.